Yo. All right, it took a second to set everything up, but we're here. Let me just check if everything is working as intended. It should be, but uh, let's see. All right, I think the sound's working fine. That's good. Screen looks good. So, okay, so yeah, I haven't really looked into the markets too much today, so we're just gonna check the markets together, see if we find something. Let me open what's it called? The YouTube Studio or something, where I can just see if there are any chat messages. Um, where is that? Maybe if I go here, let's see. Control room, maybe. All right, here I can see the chat. Um, all right, I think this should be good. All right, so let's just open a few charts, see what's going on. Dollar index, see how that's going. This was my analysis beforehand, before the week. So far it has been pushing towards the area and it has started to create sort of a rejection from it. It's now testing the 4-hour EMA. So in my opinion, well, the structure did break bullish, but yeah, you could still consider like the strongest structure is probably still this. Like this needs to be broken before it's actually like turns to be really bullish. However, if you're gonna be really technical about it, I think officially like we're bullish now on the 4 hour, because this was the lower high, this was the lower low. It got broken, making this a lower low and this a lower high, and then it got broken with a higher high, so this became the higher low. And yeah, since then it has been creating higher highs, higher lows. So right now the 4 hour is bullish, but I do think this structure is probably still respected and there's a strong area. So yeah, my original bias still stands, I guess, where I think it's will likely go down from the area. Also the bearish, like the weekly turned bearish here. So it broke under this low. So the weekly on the dollar is bearish. Let's see. Yeah. So I still have like a bearish bias on the dollar today as well. And there's a nice little retracement. So it might be like a perfect time to potentially look for shorts on the dollar. So Euro USD would mean buys. Let's see if it makes sense. Oh, I should also check the news because there was some news going on. See if there's like, I think it's a big news day, isn't it? Like USD got like a lot of red folder news. 8 p.m. also news. Yeah, it's fine. From like a bullish bias, I like that the Euro USD pushed over the previous day's high. So it already broke it. It got rejected, as you can see, like a massive rejection candle, but it did break the high. And as you can see, the weekly, like it's just makes a lot more sense for it to be closing a little bit more bullish than it is right now. I always need to get used to this screen because I'm used to like trading on my big screen that's here, and now I'm like on the smaller screen where, yeah, just stream quality is better because the ratios. This one is like an ultra wide screen, and this one is like a normal screen, which makes the stream look a little bit better. So tempted to just like do a little low risk buy here with the 4-hour EMA. Like this is potentially like, I think I'll just let's see, is there any sort of rejection? Don't really do this often, to be honest, but I think I'm gonna enter with my 100k account and only gonna risk like, I don't know, 0.2% or something on it. So then I would need 0.2%. So I want to risk $200 on 50 pips for lot size. I think this is correct. So I entered with the 100k account. Just because I like the 4-hour EMA, I like this wick to be potentially filled. There's still a lot of time left on the 4-hour candlestick, so, and yeah, that's just a huge upside to it. But it's also one of those trades that can easily sort of be stopped out really fast, but that's fine. Only risking 0.2%, so that's perfectly okay to lose. Probably got stopped out already, but that's fine. A lot of USD cat news. And I just talked with somebody and told them about this area. Like, this is a really strong area where it's at right now. So that makes me sort of, you know, a little bit iffy on the buys and the sells, because the buys, like, they don't really make sense because it's super bearish move, and the sells don't really make sense because it's at a strong support area. So it's like a hard call to make. I also want to work on like a strategy where it's just really easily copyable and with a low sort of risk rewards and a high win rate. Because I watched a video yesterday and it does make sense where where sort of strategies with like a win rate of or a risk reward ratio of 2 plus, like 3x or whatever, they obviously often have like a lower win rate, and a lower win rate will mean that you will obviously lose more trades, but also have like quite often you'll have like multiple losing trades in a row, and that will really do something to your mental. And that just really made sense to me, where you you mentioned something like the winner phenomenon or something. There's something in your brain that whenever you win, you gain confidence, you gain focus, you sort of, it's good for your mental, like, you know. And if you lose, it's probably the opposite, where it will destruct your mental. So that really did click for me, because I'm already like sort of struggling with my energy sometimes. And having a strategy where you just consistently win more than you lose, I think it's probably best for people's mental, right? I can imagine, because yeah, I don't know. Nobody likes to lose, and I think it might be a way to sort of stay in the game longer, be more focused, you know. And so I just want to test some stuff basically today as well. So I'm gonna go back in replay mode, since we're waiting for the trade to do anything anyway. I'm not gonna enter 2 trades, so let's just go in replay, like whatever. Eyes closed. I just picked USD, JPY, don't know why, but it's a high volume, like it's like the gold of Forex, right? Where it's like a lot of movement. I was thinking about something structure based, where if there's a shift of structure, 50%, like for instance this is like a shift of structure. I want to test this basically. So we have like a shift structure here. This was the higher low, higher high, and it got broken. So this is the lower high, and this becomes the lower low, lower high. So I was thinking about something. No, not this. Something which looks very much like this trade, where you basically sort of look for entries at the 50% mark, and then go for like a 1x. So if you see this candle close like this, you go for 1x, where you basically place your stop loss above here, above the structure, and go for like a 1x. This was like sort of the thing that I want to test today. So let's see if we can put it in practice in, so like for instance this, let's put a fib. I'm not sure if I should take the wicks or not. That will probably be something worth testing. So let's just see. I'm in the 1 hour time frame now. I'm not sure if I want to do this in the 1 hour time frame. I think probably the 30 minutes probably a little bit better for me. Maybe even the 15 minutes. All right. Let's just see what. Let's just see if it will get close to the 50% mark. But it's just something worth testing. Just all right. So now it's at the 50% mark. So then I would go to the 5-minute time frame. If you get like an engulfing there, okay, there's an engulfing. Then we would just go for a long here. Basically, this would be sort of what I want to test out, you know. Does this look good on the 1 hour? You want, like, I guess you would want it like under here. So let's see. This is something really new to me. Like, I don't really trade this way often, but something I want to test. something structure based and okay. Like here it worked, here it didn't. I just want to create something that's like high win rate. All right, the Euro USD trade is slowly doing its thing right now, which is nice. Really sort of tight stop loss. I don't trade this at all anymore, this sort of way, but I don't know what's going on. Why is this volume here? Is there news right now? I didn't think there was news. Oh yeah, there's Euro news actually right now. Literally right now. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even notice. Well, there's a high chance I'll get wicked out, but that's completely fine. Thank you whoever is here for the like. I just noticed that there's another like on the video, which is nice. Thank you. If you feel free to chat and let me know what you're up to right now. I'm just sort of what I was talking about, that I watched a video where someone was talking about the principle of going for like lower risk reward ratios, because then your win rate will increase, and there's sort of like a winner phenomenon where if you win you gain confidence, you gain focus, you stay sharp, you know. And the opposite for whenever you're losing, obviously that does something bad to your mental, like bad to your energy and stuff. And I've been yo, what's up buddy, it's you. Nice. I think you're yeah, you're go Trey. Yeah. We've been talking in Discord, right? Nice to have you. But yeah, what I was talking about is that I've basically, like, the guy talked about it, where yeah, high win rate will sort of be more sustainable because you'll have like less frequent losses like in a row, right? With a 2x, 3x, 4x, whatever strategy, which I normally do. Like I normally have like a strategy of like 2x at least, but mostly go for like 3x and above. You do have like losing streaks more often, and that's true. Like like this month has been really good again, like the last 30 days or whatever. But before I did lose like 70k or something in funded accounts, the month or two before. I don't know why. I don't know what exactly happened. Maybe the market conditions were a little bit different. Maybe I traded a little bit different. But yeah, it wasn't good for your mental, obviously. Um, and nice to meet you, Trey. Did we already talk on the Discord? Because it, like, I thought maybe this was you, but maybe not. If you're not it, then very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. If you like, you can join the Discord as well. We can like stay up to date with each other. You can share sort of your trade IDs and stuff. Oh, you're here from the Discord. Okay, yeah, I figured. All right, nice to have you, man. Like the sort of it blocks the entire name, but I thought I remembered like something Trey, but yeah. Yeah, so I've been sort of what I've been doing as well is where I've been building sort of a strategy on TradingView. Let me pull it up. And the reception has been pretty good, but I've left it a little bit because it took away from my own sort of trading a little bit. Where is it? The people did like it. And it's still something of like a side project I want to do, where I just build like a strategy that you can like implement on the on TradingView and just sort of give signals, right? Here it is. Like this is like a strategy that I built where it sort of gives signals, and yeah, people did seem to like it, like 157 sort of upvotes slash likes or whatever you want to call it. Um, so this was one of the reasons that also my trading went bad for a little bit, because I was so focused on creating this for like my community and other people, you know, that I really just sort of really stopped focusing on my own trading, which was yeah, just not good, basically. But yeah, I was really committed on like creating this, and it sort of worked out a little bit. But for me, it's just a little bit too busy. I also just like to do my own trading, but I just want to create something profitable for like the community, that like whoever is struggling, you know, so they can just like get signals, just do it and be profitable. But I think it might be better if I just focus a little bit on something like high win rate, low risk reward. Um, so I've been sort of playing with the idea last night and today, where I just want to see if I can come up with something like at least 60% win rate, um, like at least, because then it will make sense to me. So I was thinking about, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this, but like shift of structure, a retracement of like 50%, rejection candle, and then sort of entering with a one risk reward. That was sort of something I was thinking about creating. So we have one win, one loss right now. I'm not sure if I should stick to the rejection on the 1 hour, or if I should go to the lower time frames, or if that's just something I want to test, right? Way too early to tell. All right, so we're still bullish here. This could also be something worth testing. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably going to make a bullish move. Yeah, exactly. This is also something worth testing, where this area, like the origin of the sort of the bullish move, a lot of times it gets tested, and there is a rejection, like a reaction from it. So this is also worth testing. Like, there's so many concepts with trading where you can sort of trade with. Let's see. So many time frames, so many strategies, so many currency pairs, so many or indices or whatever for that matter. Yeah, that was barely stopped out. So if the stop loss was a little bit bigger, then it would have trade would have been fine. So not too bad testing wise. I do like the bigger time frames more, but I wanna, like, you talked about it in the Discord as well, right? Where you wanna go for like a little bit like smaller time frames as well. And for me, I've been playing with that idea as well a little bit. I think it's good to master both scenarios. Whenever you sort of don't have a lot of time, or you're on vacation or whatever, or you're busy with work, then the bigger time frames make more sense in my opinion, because then it's lower maintenance, right? Where you just like enter one trade, it lasts a while, and yeah, you can just do your thing, right? Be busy with other stuff. While if you do like the lower time frame stuff, it's a little bit more high maintenance. If you're depending on like multiple trades, like a day or whatever, to make the money that you want or need, then if you don't have time, then it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle. So I've been sort of like, lately I've been trading like only one to 1 to 3 trades a week. I would say 2 to 3 most of the time. Two to three, 2 to 4 or something. And that's been working pretty well. So that's, yeah, that works for me. But I do wanna dip my toes in, so to say, with the like lower time frame stuff a little bit as well. especially with like just the main thing. I want to build like a strategy that's sort of really copyable, where people can just, where I tell them do this like XYZ, and you'll have a win rate of this, you'll be profitable like this, you know. Let's see if this one would also work. It gets very busy with the Fibonacci retracement really fast. I can adjust it a little bit where I just remove the other lines. Also, I don't really often trade with the fib level, but I just, the 50% mark, something like that just sticked out to me. Let's see. Yeah, this would have also been a winner. 50% retracement. All right, let's just get rid of this. It's very busy. Okay, so the concept seems to be pretty solid. This is a pretty big move. It's like right at the 50% mark. I think this is fine for entering. Let's just see. So then you're entering here. Stop loss under here. TP here. Something like this. And let's just see how this plays out. It's probably better to have like a little bit more breathing room, but then it has to sort of create a new high in order for it to hit the TP. But holy shit. All right. Well, that's a loss. This is definitely news. Must be. Holy, that's crazy. All right. Okay, so now we have a shift structure. I need to remove these because it just gets way too messy, way too quick. See if a low gets created. Yeah, there's a new low. So another one. Like this, lower time frame. Probably just continues the bearish momentum without testing it. Oh, my bad. All right, so we're here. Yeah, have you traded a lot of like that event, like the FOMC? Like to be honest, I haven't really taken news events too much into account with my trading, so I don't really. Am I just missing this trade right now? I think I just missed this trade, potentially. Okay. So Jesus. Okay. So let's just say we're entering here way too late, but that's fine. But so you're trading on demo, right? But like you also trade on like a live account, or is that like a challenge account, or like the 10K account? Is that, what's that? Because like I saw your 100K account and I had some well, a main sort of comment on it. I have a demo on live account. But live account, you mean like your own money on it? Or because like some people call like a challenge account like a live account, or like a funded account is a live account, or their own money live account. You know, like I don't know, I just noticed people call live accounts different, like they have different definitions for it. This is the only issue with this strategy, where sort of obviously this acts as resistance now, or support for that matter. Sorry. Live account. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, it was 1200. Sorry, I thought I saw 10K. Have you tried challenges as well, or are you prefer trading with your own money? You want a 10K account of your own money? Yeah. There are some like there are some benefits to trading with prop firms, but there are also some downsides for sure. Like the rules, definitely. The bigger prop firms, I don't find the rules too annoying, to be honest. And it's basically just like how do you say it? Like plus minus game, where you have to decide for yourself what works for you. I failed too many challenges. Yeah, I imagine. The cheaper prop firms have like a lot of rules that are really hard to follow, especially like consistency rules. They're just really annoying. But I do find like risk management is my problem. Yeah, we can go deeper into that. The what I've instantly noticed with your 100K account, that your demo, um, like you trade with like massive lot sizes, and I get it because it's demo money, and stuff. But I think your brain will get used to sort of those numbers, and what I've been doing, like for me, challenge accounts are demo accounts basically, right? Like the account really, like obviously I take them serious, but I don't consider it like that much of an financial uh, issue. So it's for me, and it's in like a demo environment. But what I did before is where I risk more on the challenge phase, and then on the funded phase I would lower my risk. Um, but what I did is that I'm doing a 100K challenge now, right? And in the challenge phase, I'm only risking 0.5% right now, because that's what I intend to do whenever I get funded, because the for me it just makes more sense to take it a little bit slower, and with my normal strategy being like at least 2x, then a winning trade is 1K profit anyway, and a losing trade is $500. Um, and like anything above that, I would wanna close anyway. Like if I would be on a funded account and I would risk 1K, it would be a lot more stressful for me. But also, like risking 1K, then a 1x becomes a 1K profit, and a 2x becomes a 2K profit. With my current sort of like financial situation and stuff, I would never hold that. Like I would definitely close it. I just prefer to sort of secure the money earlier. Especially with like I have a newborn baby, so yeah, I want to collect the money, right? So an extra incentive to collect the money. But so for me, I'm taking the challenge the same way I will be taking my normal funded account, because then I just get used to the numbers, right? I just instantly know, okay, I want to risk 200 pips on, is my stop loss at 200 or 20 or 200 pips, however you want to name it. We both understand what we mean. 200 micro pips or 20 pips. And I want to risk 0.5%. I instantly sort of know, okay, that's about this lot size. I do like the calculation and I do it. The numbers, I'm used to it. There's no real like you just become way less stressed, in my opinion, and it becomes easier. Um, Oh, US no longer. Oh, that sucks. Um, yeah, it just becomes easier to sort of hold your trades and let them run to TP, or let them potentially blow up, or like, just don't lower your stop loss or whatever. I don't do that ever, but yeah, if you're used to it, it becomes a lot easier in my opinion. I first started trading with my own money as well, but I quickly transitioned into prop firms. I started with Equity Edge. I still trade with them, and I just got like a lot of payouts with them, and they funded me into bigger accounts. So I sort of started funding the started using the payouts to get bigger accounts and sort of scale up that way, and that really worked well for me. But for everybody, there's a different way of trading. I think in the early stages, let's be real, you're most likely someone else's liquidity a lot of the times, like new people. Um, you've been profitable, so you probably not that anymore. But um, like normally, new people are like, yeah, the liquidity in the market basically like they just get eaten up. Like 90% of the people lose 90% of the money in 90 days, like a saying. Um, so yeah, I always advise people, just if you have the money for it or whatever. I think demo isn't the way to go, because the demo is just 90% or 80% at least of trading is psychologically. Like 80% of the difficulty lies in the psychological aspect. So if you do demo, then you take away like 80% of the difficulty. Um, maybe a little bit less, because of course it does something to your brain, right? Like demo losing on a demo account, but it's just way worse whenever you're trading with your real money, or like a challenge or funded account for that matter. And I think like a challenge or funded account is like a nice little medium, like nice little in between, where it's sort of, you do take it a lot more serious than a demo account, but it hurts a little bit less than your own money, and it's like a nice little, yeah, nice little early stage, I guess. Like the goal, of course, for me as well is also to have my own sort of big capital account where I just trade with, because then you also have like tax benefits and stuff in my country if you trade with your own money. But like even I don't consider myself fully ready to trade like with like, for instance, like 100K of my own money. I wouldn't necessarily feel very chill about it, right? It would just stress me the fuck out, basically. I could potentially do it, but it would stress me out way too much, and that's just not worth it compared to just doing it with like a funded account. Just a lot more chill. I did like funding pips is another big one, right? And I've been trading with them, but then I just passed a challenge with them. So I got the contract, and the contract seemed like really crazy. So I asked like ChatGPT, I uploaded it and asked them, yo, is this normal? Like, and he was like, damn, this is like a crazy contract. Like they can basically never pay you out if they don't want to. They have like every power. They can even use your strategy. They can like do like they have like full rights for everything. Um, so yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like I didn't. Of course, I thought the contracts would be pretty tight, but not like this, right? FTMO is a lot chiller. And also, what I like about FTMO, whenever you're funded with them, you get sort of a free coach, like a free, basically free trading therapy in a way, and a performance coach they call it. And I've been sort of getting sort of free trading therapy for like the last few weeks. Like I went into the sessions saying I don't really necessarily need it in a way. Like I don't have a lot of psychological problems, but it's just nice to chat with someone who like has a lot of experience with the mental aspect of trading. And it's just been really nice. Like just a nice little free service they give. Like that's been my go-to reason for just like returning to like just basically liking FTMO and just like returning to it. And yeah, but it's I didn't know that they disallowed it on in the US. Do you know why? Like, did they do anything bad or whatever? Or do they just not allow prop firms at all? This trade just makes no sense anymore. Don't even, like it already got, yeah, it's already, it almost broke structure. What's this? Why is it? Normally my strategy would be like buying of like sort of an area like this. And right now I'm just trying something different where the big move 50%, but it's gonna be a little testing period. Yeah, normally I would be buying, but we only allow regulated brokers now. So not prop firms. Not sure, yeah, I need to check it out as well. But in a way that's a good thing, right? Like, I mean, I think the prop firm space overall is a little bit sketchy. Just I just find it like a nice learning platform, basically. Mm, yeah, normally I buy off these. Normally I would buy like engulfing candlestick of the area, like multiple rejections, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would buy, place my stop loss above, like under, go for like whatever. This is what I normally do, but it's just hard to program it into yeah, less risk, exactly. Just a way to learn in a professional environment where you have something to gain, you have something to lose, but not too much of your own money, basically. Because yeah, there's just a higher chance of you losing money than gaining money in the early stages. So for me, it just doesn't make sense to risk your own money too much in that period. But also, demo doesn't really teach you the full range of trading. So yeah, I just really find it a nice in between, like in between the like how do you call it, like uh, professionalism phases of your trading or whatever. You get what I mean. Um, just frustrating to see your own sort of strategy like work and like trying to do something else. Like also this, I haven't told you yet, but this is my favorite candlestick by far. Like these two beauties, as soon as you sort of start noticing them, they're just so good. Dojis, they're like the best candlesticks in my opinion. A lot of times they're just like telling that there will be like a big move. Like that there's a big move after like basically if I see this move, you basically can no 100% say, but there's like a pretty big chance that there's a doji before. Like the best trades I've had are just combined with dojis. They're just so good. Um, maybe I should just skip this for now. It's annoying. I really want to make like a simple strategy where I can just, which I can really help people with that they can copy. USD CAT. USD CAT has been consolidating since yesterday. I'm sure market is waiting for news. Yeah, probably. It's pretty likely. The daily time frame. It looks like the daily it will go down probably right now. Yeah, it looks like it. Like the it left a wick here previous day. Just wanting to get filled, most likely. This day hasn't created like a wick to the downside yet. Most candles, as you can see, have like a wick to both sides. This one doesn't, for some reason, just closed perfectly bearish. But most candles have like, you know, like a wick on both sides. And this daily doesn't have it yet. So there's a big chance, like it tested the highs, failing here. So what's the biggest chance, in my opinion, for it to test the lows, right? Test the lows of this day, of like yesterday, potentially even lower. Also, this last 4-hour candlestick left a wick as well, ready to be filled. just really struggling off this sort of this little area, failing it like time and time again. Like here it failed, another fail, another fail, another fail. So they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 fails on this area. So then the most logical thing for it to do is just go down. So in my opinion, it will go down right now, and it will test at least these lows. Yeah, let's see if it happens. But that's my sort of quick analysis on it. The Euro USD trade so far is doing its thing a little bit. We're in profit. I do want this wick to get filled in this 4 hour. Is it in line with the USD and like USD CAD analysis? Yeah, USD CAD short, Euro USD long. Yeah, so we're both. It matches the analysis that I just did. So yeah, I think this is nice. This looks like ready to pop to the upside. Like as you can see, like multiple, like we had a big move on Euro USD, like a big move, like massive. A retracement's only logical, so a retracement to at least test like the highs properly. And as you can see, like 1, 2, 3 candles aren't really bearish. Like the last 3 days, you could call them bearish, but in my opinion, they're sort of semi-bullish in a way because they're just not strong. If you compare this candle with like these candles, then this one is so much stronger. This one is so much stronger. This one isn't. This one is a massive rejection candle, but yeah, the bullish candles are just way stronger than the bearish ones, signaling to me that we're probably still looking for like a bullish move here. If that makes sense to you. I don't know, like let me know if what I'm saying makes sense to you in a way. Would love to hear some feedback or whatever. Just my personal sort of thoughts about the markets. This half hour is an important close. It feels like testing the 50 minutes, or not 50 minutes, 50 EMA. Yeah, also rejecting the 4-hour 50 EMA on the dollar index. Yeah, this, I would be surprised if this doesn't make a bearish move. But yeah, oh man, it's such a weird position I'm sort of in where I really want to create something consistent, not only for me, but also for like my community. I'm also writing like a book at the moment, and I sort of just want to provide like value where it's just really copyable, because I've spent like a lot of hours behind the screen learning this sort of stuff, right? And like I know with normal whatever market conditions I'm profitable, but it's hard to copy. Like it's hard to sort of teach people in a way at the moment. Like I can teach like a lot of the stuff that I see, the stuff that's like, you know, but it's hard for, I guess, harder for them to implement it one on one, because it's a lot subject to experience and subject to sort of interpretation in a way, because it's just stuff that I've experienced and sort of learned over time, instead of like providing like a strategy where it's just okay, if structure break of structure happens here, you basically wait for it to hit this area, place your stop loss under there, and wait for like a rejection candle on the lower time frame, whatever. Even that is a little bit complicated. So I've been sort of trying to figure out like a strategy that's like super simple for other people to sort of be able to copy, and I can just really like ease people into trading, help people, you know, like I don't know, I just want to sort of help people, and also for myself, just have something really consistent where it's just, you know, it's like a 60% win rate with 1x, or at least like, you know, 2 to 3x with whatever percent win rate, like 30 to 40% win rate or whatever. But yeah, I've been really that's been sort of my main thing where I've been trying to find that, like that middle ground of making it really easy for other people and for myself. But yeah, there's also a thought in my head where I might just have to accept that trading is obviously not too easy. Um, because the smartest people in the world are sort of trying to figure this game out for like a long, long time. And yeah, who am I to make a simple strategy that's just copyable and like easy for people to sort of master, you know? Constant sort of a lot of thoughts, a lot of thoughts. Yeah, nice to have you guys here. If you're interested in sort of a little community with people, feel free to join the Discord. Links in the description, and a lot of like-minded people in there. Let's see. Let's see if I can just do a little trade that makes sense to me. I'm waiting for this Euro USD trade. Like it's not really doing anything big, so. But I'm not gonna enter two trades. So we're just gonna do some testing, checking out your USD CAD trades as well. Like, what are the sort of stuff you look for in a trade? Like, what's your strategy in a nutshell? Yeah, I think this could even be like look at momentum. Do you have like indicators for that, or do you sort of do it yourself? Like just read off the candlesticks? This is also like an issue. This is something I've been battling with a little bit as well, where like risk reward ratio, if I sort of lower it, my win rate improves like a lot. Like this trade's already an easy 3x, but I have my TP at 5x because it just makes sense for it to reach that area. However, 5x don't really seem sustainable. However, it's been sort of something that has been working for me. So there's also like a trailing stop loss thing I've been looking into. Yeah, look, now would get stopped out for not for going for a 5x instead of like almost a 4x is possible, like 3x easy. I use the RSI, wait for 4 hour or daily is overbought or oversold. Daily momentum and weekly sentiment to determine general direction. I really like it that you sort of trade that way. Have you like how did you come up with that? Like did you find it did someone teach you, or did you just like, because I think a lot of people gravitate, the reason I ask it, because a lot of people I think gravitate towards the lower time frames naturally a little bit more. So but you've been trading for a while, right? Like you've been like you're not necessarily a beginner trader, right? You've been trading for a couple of years, if I remember correctly. So I think that's probably something that you gravitate towards later on. Trial and error. I've been trading for about 3 years, yeah. Makes sense. And like you mentioned, you wanna do like the lower time frame stuff again. Why do you feel like you want it? Like what's the main reason for it, you would say? Be right back. Toilet, one sec. Right, back. The higher time frame and lower lot size. I can wait for big moves in the market. Don't want to learn lower time frame to scalp larger lot sizes. All right. Mm. Mm. There are a lot of things about it. Like the reason I just don't really like scalping is because the signals are, in my opinion, a little bit less strong than the higher time frame. Probably like the commission and stuff is a lot higher as well. Because if you wanna do bigger lot sizes on a more frequent sort of system, right? You want to take like 10 plus trades a day, whatever, with scalping, and you trade with higher lot sizes. You already need to compensate like a lot of for commission alone. Um, versus like the lower time, like the bigger time frames, lower lot size, the commissions and stuff is a lot less. Yeah, the thing is like um, a lot of people aren't profitable, right? Like um, there's so many people that are like just never even getting one funded account, never getting payouts, or for that matter on their own with their own money. They don't they're never profitable. They just keep losing for years and years and years and years, and they never become profitable. I've had the luck that I've actually been trading a little bit less than you. I've been trading for 2 years, but I've been profitable since I don't know, like from the start. I've been profitable after like 4 to 6 months or something, and I've been pretty much profitable ever since then. Um, and so I've been sort of a really quick, like I've became profitable really quick, and I've only been not profitable in the last 1.5 year for like 2 months or something. Um, so but I'm the exception on the rule, in a way, in that matter, because a lot of people just continuously lose money. So if you have like a winning thing going with trading, I think it's I think it's good to sort of yeah, definitely hold on to it. But it's not bad to dip your toes into different stuff. But I would highly recommend you to at least make sure that you don't forget what's worked for you in the first place, like what's working for you now. So really write it down, really make sure that you sort of really can fall back on it. And then there's no real shame, or there's like, why not try the lower time frames, right? It's you can do it, but just it's a little heads up. Just be careful that you don't lose yourself in it and forget what worked for you in the first place, because then you might be back at square one, right? Um, so that's a little tip I would give. Let's see, 93% win rates, 70. That's crazy good, man. 27 average loss. Average loss 33 cents, so that's probably you just hired your stop loss, so you actually like you haven't really lost that trade either. Average holding time 1 day and 12 hours. Yeah, bro, like these stats are obviously amazing, right? Like these stats are amazing. Like they're better than my win rate and stuff. So I mean, you I would really just focus on continuing down this path, to be honest. And you can try different stuff, like I already told you, right? Like just the advice that I already gave you. But yeah, make sure that you don't lose this, man, because this is really good. This I mean, this is crazy good. So yeah, the thing that I would personally focus on is just scaling it up, right? Just see if you can scale it up. Um, and yeah, just get used to sort of the bigger numbers, because that's the thing with trading, for me at least. At first, when I started, I felt every tenner of dollars or whatever, I really felt it whenever I started losing it, right? Like whenever I was in drawdown 30, 40, $50, it would be really a really big thing, right? And likewise for the profit, like if I was in profit 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever dollars, it would already be like itching. Oh, I need to collect it, right? Like it's just, and whenever you lose it, it would really do something mentally, right? That's the early stages. Um, but basically, what I like to tell people is sort of you get used to things really easily, and that's really nice for trading. So you get like sort of you need to find like that nice little balance where it stings if you lose, but it doesn't do too much with your mentally, because you don't want it to not do anything to your mentally, because then you don't care about the trade. So let's say for your 1K account, whatever, um, I imagine $10 doesn't really affect you too much, right? Losing $10 on it, don't really care too much. Maybe it stings a little bit, but I don't think you care too much. But maybe 20, 30, 40, then it gets a little bit, it's not nice. But let's say you would lose $100, it would probably do something with your mental, right? Like it would potentially like harm you mentally. It would potentially makes you go in like a little downward spiral. Like it would, yeah, it would have negative effects on the little bit mid to longer term or short term as well, trading wise. So you would want to find that balance, and like also with profit taking, that will also be the case where you sort of like right now I can have like multiple 100s of dollars in profit, and I don't really feel the urge to close it. Like at 300 it starts to itch for me, but at first it was at like $50 or whatever, and that will just scale up. Same with risk, like it just gets something you used to, and you can scale it up naturally. But you want it to sting a little bit, so it's you take it serious, but you don't want it to fuck you up mentally. Basically, that's my personal take on it. uh, do with it what you will. But Yeah, let's see. The demo account helps because I'm already winning. So I just join in live account. I see myself doing better. I just never had the opportunity to trade with large account. Yeah, I understand. If there's like, so basically what you have is golden, right? Like you have a really nice high win rates. You have like it works really well. So the struggle lies with scaling it up without like fucking up your mental or like fucking up the strategy or whatever. Like um basically you have like a winning hand, I would say. Um so yeah, the struggle is just converting that into more money. Um that's probably the struggle. I wouldn't necessarily try to, well, again, feel free to try different stuff. It's trading is also fun. I get it, it's nice, but you do have like a golden ticket in a way. Where of course this is a small sample size, just to be like the devil's advocate, right? Like it's a small sample size, but you told me you're profitable, so these surely aren't the only stats, whatever. So you're because on the funded account you're also like highly profitable. So it's a big enough sample size to say, okay, this strategy is profitable, it's working, right? Like this is, of course, there like the market conditions can be different, but I think the market conditions as of late are pretty normal, I would say. So in normal market conditions, your strategy is perfectly profitable, like highly profitable for that matter. So yeah, I think the difficulty lies with just scaling it up without like the what you already said, right? Like your once I get 2K or 5K, this account will grow exponentially. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will scale up exponentially, but don't force it too much because then you'll like the the, the only chance you basically have to fuck it up in a way is if you really get mentally too much like affected. Like let's say you start risking more because you want to force to get to the 2K or 5K quicker and you lose 2 trades in a row, right? Then yeah, it could do something with you mentally, and that could make you take worse trades instead of like the good ones. So the only problem I foresee is just making sure that you don't over risk your mental, basically. Yeah, you trade with the RSI. Let me add it because I have this. I don't use it. I have my own thing. I don't use it. This is also my own thing. I don't really use it. RSI. Normal one or divergence or some people use stochastic. Which one do you use? Yeah, greed is probably your yeah the biggest reason you could fail. So if you're aware of that, like I would personally, I think what works best for you is just set hard rules. Just set hard rules. Just say, just commit to it. Like whatever works for you. Yeah, just a normal. Okay. Um, like let's say because the account's quite small, right? I imagine risking 1% isn't really like in the longer term you could always scale it down. But I imagine risking 3% on it would be pretty okay. Just like what? Let me know what you think. But I can't look into your financial situation, of course. But like risking with your account size, I would probably be comfortable with risking 3% myself. Maybe a little bit more because you don't take a lot of trades, obviously. But maybe it's a little bit less for you. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, stick to it. Just really set like a certain percentage you want to risk on the account, just calculate it for yourself. You can easily do it with like an Excel sheet or whatever, and just know how many trades you need to win in order for it to scale to like whatever you want it to double and then double and double. And yeah, just stick to that percentage. And the risk amount will increase over time. Like the monetary risk will increase over time the more money you have, right? Yeah, exactly. So 3% with your account is great, right? And then, so you would risk in this scenario with your 1K or a little bit over, you would risk $30, right? But as soon as you get to 1.5K, it already becomes $45, right? With the same 3%. But it's a really easy way for you to sort of get used to the bigger numbers, and and whenever it reaches 2K, it's $60 for a trade, like risk wise. But you could also then reassess. Okay, I'm at 2K. Maybe I want to risk like 2% now or 2.5%, right? Like so at 2K, you could say, okay, I'm going to risk 2.5% instead of 3%. And then with the 2.5%, I'm risking $50. And then that will scale up as well. And then when you add like, whatever, 3K or whatever, you scale it down to 2%. But I think that's something I would do personally. I think that would work with your situation. By the way, there's a chance that I need to like, well, I know that I need to go in like 10 minutes, but because I have someone visiting, for coffee in a little bit. So I'll just try and stay as long as I can, but just know I'll be ending the stream pretty abruptly in a little bit. But we have like the call, right, that we do in a little bit, in like 3 hours. So yeah, I'm very much still looking forward to that. So we can just do it in the Discord or whatever, and I think that's probably good. Um, And I might even start a stream a little bit later as well. But I also I need to jump into the chart as well. So I probably won't do another stream, but I will do the call with you, and I will just jump in the charts beforehand. And just let me know if you have any questions before the call, because then I can already think about them. Um, if you do, like, if you don't, it's fine as well. Like, we can just get over, like, we already talked about a lot of stuff, of course, as well. But yeah. All right, so you said 70-20, right? 70-20. I only see, is it, oh, you mean RSI setting 70 and then smoothing 20, or? Let me know if you mean 70 RSI length and 20 smoothing, or? For the new people in the stream, I have to go in a little bit, but we do have a Discord where we just have a lot of like-minded people in there, nice people trying to become better, and yeah, it's a good way to stay in touch with other traders. So if you're interested in that, joining is very much appreciated and also valuable potentially. So that's in the bio, and also subscribing to the YouTube is obviously very much appreciated. Let's see. Okay, I'll just add it like this and then we'll talk over it later. It's under parameters. Maybe it's are you sure I have the same RSI? Because there are different RSIs. Let me just add this one. Oh. I don't see parameters either here. Maybe this is like a nice little indicator I can also use. I've been playing around with it before as well, so I'm not completely unknown to it. But yeah, it hasn't been something I've been using a lot, or at all for that matter. USD cat looks like it's filling the wick, which is nice. That's the one. That's the one. The one that okay. But 70 and 20 are just numbers I look for on the graph on the far right. Oh, here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 70 and 20? Isn't that like off balance? Like, isn't it like 100 to 0? And isn't like 80 to 20 like normal? Or are you like, is it because you're more bearish? I guess. Because this line is correct, like 70, but I think this is at 30, right? So you lowered the lower one. So any reason for it? Like specifically why you lowered the lower one? Because I think these are the standard settings, right? Like the 70 to 30. And your RSI length, is it 14 or is it different? Uh, yeah, yeah, I get that. But like, I think standard is 70 and 30, right? So I'm just wondering why you have it at 20. Like, is there a reason for it or? Because like 80 would be the opposite of 20, I guess, like area wise. But you have 70, 20. Maybe I'm wrong, like I'm not really used to this, but I think that's correct. Like 80 and 20, 70, 30, 40, 60. So you're like 10 off with one. So I'm just wondering if that's intentional, you know? Oh, this one will either get filled. I like these candles are so yeah. I don't know. Hate love relationship with them. Like they're either like just really nice rejection candles, but you actually want them to close a little bit more bullish. Right now, it feels like it will just fill the wick, which isn't good for my trade. But yeah. I just use the number that I learned online, not particular, just personal. On MT5, I can set the top and bottom line. 40 is oversold. 40. Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's like an off balance to it, like or if you have like them the same. I imagine you probably have them the same, but this is the general idea, right? Like just 70, 30 would also work. 20, I think if I put it at 20, the last time that happened with 40 hours, oh, it's here. It's like on the 4 hour. Let's just do the 1 hour. 20. It's been a long time since that happened here. 20 here. So with the 1 hour, it's the 7th of March, the last time that happened. So I imagine you, yeah, yeah, 20 is extremely oversold. But you probably already traded from 30, right? Or 40 you just mentioned. Because it looks like the 30 area or the 70 area will like gets hit a little bit more often. Okay, I'm curious if this will fill the wick. I've been looking for buys on Euro USD for like the last 2 days. I can like easily hire the TP to here, by the way. This is like something like this area just is so strong. I feel like it will test it. Also, the weekly been really bullish, so yeah, potentially a pretty big trade on our hands, but it's too early to say. For all the new people in the stream, happy to have you, but I need to go in a little bit. But yeah, feel free to join the Discord and subscribe, and then you'll be part of the community and get notified and stuff. I really do like doing live streams, but I do have like a baby since a little bit, like a 2 month old. So I've been sort of struggling with finding the time for it and the chillness in the room, basically. But yeah, I will be doing live streams more often for sure in the future. I've seen 40 and 30 keep dropping. I only save 24 per. Oh, you actually do only. Are there like signals every day then, or you just maybe if you go through like all the different pairs, you where is it? Here. Um, Thank you. Yeah, it's been a blast, but it's also pretty impactful on your how do you say on your productivity and stuff. Whoa, here it's at 10, but it did have a little move from it. But yeah, if you bought here, then you would probably get stopped out here. Here's another dip, but then it's at 25, and then there's a big move. Here's another 20. This would be a nice buy. Yeah, I imagine like it's I think for me it would be a really nice extra indicator potentially. Just an extra confluence. On the daily it doesn't happen too much, it seems like. Maybe it's different for yeah. The 20 doesn't really get hit on the daily. Or here it does once. Yeah. It's basically years back. Maybe you have your settings different. It could be. Um, 4 hours sometimes. I think on the lower time frame it's a little bit more you'll come across it a little bit more, I guess. Uh-oh, rejection. This just looks clean for a little buy, but Rejection, yeah, not strong enough. Instantly, as soon as this one wasn't strong. 70-30 will work as well. Yeah. Yeah, we can go a little bit more in depth in your strategy in a little bit, and focus mostly on what you want to improve on. Like, obviously, I'm not saying I'm the best trader out there, like not at all, but I do have some solid viewpoints on certain things, I would say, and you probably as well. So we can have a nice little session where we probably will learn of each other, right? So that's good. This is like definitely like a goal for me short term, is just build like a strategy that's easier, like a lot easier copyable. Would you say your strategy is copyable, or is it also based on like experience, intuition, sort of stuff? It's a good mindset to have. There we go. I just love trading areas. Just two simple wins of like the same area, like one 3x and one 2.3x. And then this one was on of the other area, 4x. Like these sort of scenarios are just so good. I think ranges might be the best sort of, I don't know, like for me, they're just really easy. Now it's in this area again. See if that's like a rejection. Have you read the Candlestick Bible? Highly recommend that as well. Like I have it here, like as a link. Like this is just wait, I'm not sure copyright-ish is I can show this, but yeah, you get the gist. It shows like it teaches you all the different candlesticks and like the meaning behind them and stuff. It's really good. Just you can find it free like PDF file online. Yeah. This one wasn't solid, like it's tested too big, too strong. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably the max. Now if we retest this, then a doji. That's nice. I don't know, like probably best would be to have your stop loss like this. I would be really surprised if this isn't a winner. I would be really surprised. Why is it struggling so hard to go down? What's going on? Obviously, I haven't seen like daily time frame here and stuff, but okay, I guess not. Oh, it's testing this area again. Like, how's the daily time frame looking here? Oh, it's just at massive highs. That's very surprising. That is very surprising. This was just really clean. Like sort of retest of this structure. This was very clean. Like if you take this trade like 100 times, there's no way you don't end up like highly profitable. I'm getting shit on at these markets. All right. That's so weird with backtesting. Sometimes I get like a massive win streak, and then sometimes I have some losses, and then I just completely got lost in the market, and then I'm just, I don't know, just doing random stuff out of nowhere. At least the trade I'm in is still doing its thing. Is there like a pair that you trade mostly? Like, do you have like a favorite pair, or are you just trading everything? You do trade Forex, right? Yeah, you're in the USD CAD trade, of course. So I don't like trading this because it's just at probably all-time highs. Yeah, it's at all-time highs. Like trading at all-time highs just don't make sense. Damn. Let's just go to Euro. I stick to one pair and watch it like a hawk. Nice. You do have some nice tendencies, I think. like a lot of you do a lot of stuff. A lot of people just don't have sort of the patience for, or like the mental calmness in a way. Like, how do you say it? Like, just a lot of people just want new stuff all the time. So yeah, it's nice that you can just stick to one pair, just really focus on it, on the higher time frames as well. I think it's good. Do you use top-down analysis, or you use the weekly and the daily? That's what you said, but I don't know if you use the other time frames as well. Yeah. USD CAT or NZD USD. Any specific reasons you chose those pairs, or it just so happens to you've been trading with them for a while and it just works? I don't like that this one pushed under previous candle. It's really struggling. Got a feeling I will get stopped out. So we'll see. Only risking a small amount. The ones I've won on lost a lot on Euro USD. Alright. My personal favorite is Euro USD. And like I think just spread wise, just really good. Easy to calculate lot sizes, but I haven't necessarily like checked if I actually have better results on it. It just happens to be like the pair that I traded the most. Um, the downside on it is though that you basically have both of the biggest pairs like already taken away. So if you're looking to trade multiple like do multiple trades at the same time, then if you're like in a Euro USD short, like you can't really trade like all the euro pairs. If you're in a Euro USD short, you basically have to trade all the other euro pairs like short as well, and then the USD pairs the other way around, right? So I don't know, it just takes away pretty much the opportunity to trade other stuff, which can be a good thing as well because then you just focus on one thing. But yeah, that's if you want to trade multiple stuff, then that's comes a little bit harder. I'm so locked in with one pair that any major move is no surprise. I've been tracking it for weeks or months. I was trading gold when it was 1980. It's 4,000 plus now. Damn. 1980. That's a long time ago. Oh, it's actually not that long ago. Damn, it doubled. It doubled in like 2 years. A lot of people traded gold. I haven't really traded it too much, like at all actually. I've traded Nasdaq though, and I have like a special system for the DAX 40, but that's a whole different story. What's this? Contract switch. Okay. I want to diversify my trades, but not overload my brain. Yeah, that's the struggle. Trading is like endlessly difficult. It can be, at least. But you can also make it super chill, um, in a way. So it's just what you want out of it. Like I really like to spend hours behind the graphs. Like I like it. So a little high maintenance in a way. I don't really stray away from it. But it's also nice to have like a system where it's low maintenance and where it's just, where it's just very chill. Like whenever you're on holiday or whatever, you can fall back onto that system. For instance, just higher your time frames you're trading on. If you have the same system, it works on different time frames. You could go for the bigger time frames, and you can just go to the beach and whatever, and let your trade do its thing. That's also really nice. It's amazing. That's when I started trading, and that's what got me hooked. Gold is way too volatile for me. Yeah, and it's also it gives you the option, I think, to with a small account. It's the opportunity, but also sort of the danger that it can scale up really fast, but also blow up really fast. So yeah, I also I don't really like trading. Like in a way, trending marks are good. They're just easier to trade. But I don't know. There's something about I think a lot of people have it, but about like the monkey brain where you just want to be the one that catches like the perfect move the other way around. Um, so for me, I would only focus on buys with gold, and that's like a whole different ball game because that's like if you would have like weeks of this or days, like it will cost you quite a lot, but over the longer period, I think it's profitable. But I really like the 50 EMA though on gold. I've noticed it before, but it's so well respected. Like it hasn't really dipped under it like big, yeah, November, like one year ago. But before that, every time it was here on the 50 EMA, it just bounced off, bounced off, bounced off, bounced off. Well, here it got under a little bit, but then bounced off. It's just, yeah. Yeah, there's a danger with trading. It's a lot of fun. Um, but it works best if you basically don't have fun and it's like just you're like a robot. But yeah, it is fun, and there's just endless possibilities of strategies and stuff you can do. It's basically like a blank sheet, like a blank paper where you can just do whatever you want with it. It's crazy how different like the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frame is compared to like the bigger time frames and stuff. It's like a whole different experience. And look, another doji. Like, look at these. Like this one. I just figured let's do a 1x. I just want I'm gonna test dojis maybe. But this one, right? and this one. They're like really nice doji examples. This one as well. Yeah, the thing is, today's the day it drops. Like, it's such a. I do understand what you're saying, and I do understand where you're coming from, and probably the graphs are saying it. Let's say it, but it's such a gambler's thing to do. Whenever the trend has been like going like, you know, it's such a. I don't know. Like, I have the urgency to do it as well. You know. Um, and I think a lot of people do, but I think yeah, there's a lot more sort of gambling in that, like predicting the perfect moment the trend will like collapse. There's a lot more gambling sort of in it than like following the trend. Is a lot more consistent, I would say. Um, 1 minute and 5 minutes is expertise level. I feel like a higher time frame is like training wheels. Mm. Oh, 1 minute and 5 minutes, sorry. It's expertise level. Um, Could be, but keep in mind that I've seen a video where the data, like that guy was basically like a prop firm owner before, and he had like all the data, and most people that lost money were trading more often and the lower time frames. The ones that made money were the ones trading the bigger time frames and were trading less frequent, basically. So um, yeah, expertise level. It's probably harder indeed to do. Hence why more people are losing money on it. But uh, yeah, it's yeah. So we sort of agree on the statement in a way. But a lot of people that trade the 1 minute and 5 minutes aren't on that level. They're just losing money basically. But yeah, I think the 1 minute and 5 minutes can be a little bit more difficult for sure. Um, but even there's probably like a simple strategy to do. Like, I, yeah, I imagine. But yeah, I really want to make like a strategy based on this sort of like the dojis. I really this is basically my bread and butter, the dojis. So like what I told you about your strategy with that you should probably just you've like a golden ticket in your hand. Basically, these things, these dojis, have gotten me funded. Basically, like these are the ones that made me profitable. I should just stick to those. Like to be honest, yeah, it's like it's in the data. Like let me see if I can pull up the video, then you can see it yourself. So sticking to the bigger time frames actually makes sense a lot. Um, prop firm data owner. Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, here.
Imagine being able to build an app with your
Here, I linked you the video. So yeah. Yeah, like the thing is, like I've been sort of um spiraling a little bit out of control the last few months where I just really tried to focus on providing value for other people, where what I already shortly mentioned, where I sort of fell out of my own sort of trading schedule and stuff, and also with the baby, of course, that didn't help. But yeah, I've been focused on like building like the indicator, right? Like this one that I showed you, and like trying to figure out, okay, how can I make trading easier for other people without sort of focusing on scaling my own trading up and focusing on, okay, how can I improve upon my own trading? And yeah, so that's been like a little bit of a battle in a way, because I want to make this channel something, and this community is something that people can really like, really can help people become profitable and stay profitable for that matter, and just have an ear, right? Like just have the opportunity to talk to like-minded people, and just, because it's stressful. Like trading isn't for everybody. It's you can be drawn completely, drained completely, like mentally and stuff, and financially as well. But um, yeah, it's just nice to have people that understand your situation and you can talk to, and stuff. So yeah, ideally, like I'm writing that book, and I just hope to be someone that helps people, but I shouldn't lose myself in that sort of, in that road, in that journey, because I first need to, make sure that I get my trading even better, and just make sure that's airtight, and then go from there basically. I think that's probably the best play. Um, like whenever I see this is so super clean. Like just testing this area, like trying to create like the new high. Like this one, this doji just failing to break above. It's just super clean. It just shows you that it will go down, basically. Just really screams it to me, at least. I really need to start focusing a little bit more on that. Oh, you want to teach it as well? Well, maybe, well, maybe we can work together in the future. We seem to click, and let's see if our little call goes well and stuff. But yeah, it's my sort of my goal as well. It's like a lot more fulfilling, right? To help other people with with it. Like it's just a fulfilling feeling. And it's also more fun to trade with other people in a way, because then you can sort of giving yourself like a high five. Nice trade. Yeah, good job. It's a lot less fulfilling than sort of, yeah, let's go, bro. Nice, together you did like a nice trade or whatever, nice analysis, it worked out. It's just there's a lot of strength to gain in numbers in a way, in my opinion. I just want to build like a sort of how would you call it? Not a knowledge bank or whatever, but like a really nice training slash mentor or whatever program where there's just a lot of value in there, and like also educational wise with videos and like a book and sort of that stuff, but also sort of a mentor program where you just like where you tackle like the psychological aspect but also like the technical aspect. um yeah, that's just a dream and goal. It would be amazing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like everyone will have their own expertise and stuff, right? And I think there's value to give in to have in having different mentors slash teachers, because everyone will have like sort of a different style they draw gravitate towards, right? That fits with their sort of their work life schedule, but also with their mindset and with their mental and stuff. So some people will gravitate more towards like the swing trades where it will take a lot longer, right? And other people will stick more with the lower time frame. So probably like let's say we would work together, we would probably would want a scalper in there as well, right? Someone who really focuses on scalping, which is really good with that. So you have like all aspects. I would be a little bit more like in between, I guess. Like I'm a little bit more of both, I would say, more towards swing as well. You know, but I think that's good to have like different, you know, different styles of trading in there for sure. And yeah, focused on making people win. And also I'm a huge advocate of also winning is one thing, but also like minimalizing the risk of losing, but not necessarily losing is part of it. But I mean losing your mental too much, right? Because there, yeah, I don't know. Some people go into trading too fast, too hard, or with too much money or whatever, and they just whoa, they go down a downward spiral real fast, and they just get like basically how accounts blow up, their mental gets blown up basically. I've had a lot of people in the community that they were really active. Like at some point, the community was pretty active, like really active, and then like they were really winning. You know, there were some people that were winning at the same time. Yeah, just got a funded account, and finally, oh, I got two funded accounts. Oh, I'm gonna get my first payout. Like a lot of people, and like a lot of people were like that suddenly, like three or four or whatever. And then suddenly there was like radio silence after a little bit, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then they mentioned, "Oh yeah, I stopped trading for a little bit because I lost my funded account. I lost my, you know, and now I just really need to take a break because yeah, mental, you know, like um, and like if we can help people not go that far, you know, just make it a really healthy learning curve, right? Really sort of scale them into it. I think that's something I'm really passionate about as well, about the mental aspect of it, because that's where the real danger lies, right? Like monetary, I think as long as you don't risk what you can't afford to lose, then I mean, what's there to lose, right? Like you lose some money, that's fine. But if you lose your mental and if you sort of that affects your day-to-day life and your, you know, yeah. Oh yeah, my euro is also good. Um, UC cat. Yeah, the wick got filled, I imagine. Yeah, the wick got filled. Nice. So far, the analysis checks out. Switch to red candle on the daily. It's all about pace and not to get rich quick. The wins get to their head. Yeah, of course. The wins get to their head and also the losers because then they're probably risking too much. I like to take a trade that will be winning in 2 weeks. That's a nice mindset. Like I think you're really like a little bit of a unicorn in that. In a way, a lot of people want instant gratification, so it's really nice to sort of have someone that doesn't have it, like a lot of patience and like not impulsiveness. That's really really good qualities of a trader. Yeah, I'm a turtle. That's really good. That's really good. I like it. It's yeah. It's really good. Like I'm from natural, I'm a little bit more impulsive. Like I'm a really impulsive person. So that's why trading has been really good for me because it also like teaches me how to handle it, you know? So that's been something I've been not necessarily struggling with, but just yeah, it's nice to challenge yourself, right? And I love to challenge myself. So like I don't know if you know, but you know HDHD, right? I have like a form of HDHD where it's like basically focused based, where you have trouble like focusing. And there was like a therapist or whatever, or someone who's like really the expertise on that certain aspect of HDHD. And he said that people with this condition, so to say, like it's not really a big thing or anything, but who have this, are really they really need to have the right difficult. They really need to have like the constant challenge because otherwise we get distracted. I've been a competitive gamer for a long time as well, and that's been sort of whenever I was gaming, I was like locked in, you know, and I was fully focused. Like no one could get me out of my focus. And that's the same with trading in a way where I can just sit behind the graphs for hours and I'm fully focused. I'm like locked in, you know, I'm because it's challenging. Like it's challenging in the right way. Like it's challenged my brain enough for me to keep to be triggered. But for instance, with gaming as well, if I would do like a practice game, or if I would well practice, sometimes I would be focused. But if I would do like a public game where I'm just playing for fun, I would be literally like half the person I am at least whenever I was like playing like a competitive game, right? Like it was just night and day difference. And that's just a thing with with me, where I just want to be challenged. I want to be like sort of, that will keep me, yeah, it keeps me motivated, right? Oh, thank you, Fire and Sing. Nice to hear it. Glad to have you. If you like the content, of course, feel free to subscribe and join the Discord. We can chat some more there. I need to go pretty fast, but yeah, love to hear a little bit about your trading journey and stuff as well. Feel free to share it. I need to go, like the guy that's supposed to come like with coffee, like on coffee. I think he was supposed to come here like 40 minutes ago, but maybe I sort of misheard and it's like in 20 minutes. I don't know, but I'm enjoying this, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, thank you so much. Really, really, really appreciate it. Always nice to have some feedback, and positive feedback's always nice, right? So thank you. I've been poor my whole life, so it's never been pressure of getting rich quick. I played a long game. Exactly. Same for me. Like what I've been basically like way in the past already. I made sort of the decision for myself where I chose time over money in a way. Where when I was young, like a lot of my friends went to work in the supermarket and stuff, and I just made the decision. I'm young now. I want to live and do stuff, and I just went about life with less money but more time, so I could do like the competitive gaming, and I could do like certain other stuff, right? That made me happy. And so yeah, I'm not used to having a lot of money either. I had it for a little bit, but I'm definitely focused on like on the future, and I've always had my eyes on. Let's be real. I've always had my eyes on millions of dollars. Like I've always had it. I've always known and wanted and sort of had the vision that I would be rich at some point. But it's never been sort of a fast race. Like it's just something I really enjoy the journey, in a way. How long have you been trading, brother? Also, what do you work on? Price action? I've been trading actually not that long. I've been trading 2 years, but I've been profitable for 1.5 year of it. So I've been profitable for the longest time out of my trading. Um, and yeah, I trade mostly currencies, so Forex, of course. You see that in the title probably, and also it's in my name, so you would have guessed probably. But yeah, I trade mostly price action, candlesticks, reading, and my biggest tool is yeah, my biggest tool is the areas of interest. I really love areas of interest, so just areas that are well respected. There's a really nice one on USD CAD actually, where we're right at now. Um, for instance, like this is my bread and butter basically, like an area on the weekly time frame, so the bigger time frames that have been tested for like a lot of times. So here it's been acted as resistance, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then I just go on the lower time frames and I look for entries on it, basically. So if it's been rejecting, I just look for either like sort of this is like a really nice little retest, like the structure gets shifted and it retests. This is like a perfect entry, and then you go for a short. That's basically sort of my bread and butter. But as soon as it reaches the area again and it gives me like a rejection candlestick, on a time frame I like. It can be the daily. Basically, this candlestick already really looks like a bearish one in combination, but it's a strong area. Then I would look for shorts. So that's really yeah, that's basically my thing. Um, my yeah, I always knew I would be rich. I enjoy this process. Yeah, same. Likewise. Good to hear. What's your average RR and win ratio? Based on what I can see, you work on zones which are level decimal. Exactly. You've noticed it straight away. Yeah, my win rate, it varies a little bit in a way that I have really good weeks where I have like a win rate of, which doesn't make sense how high my win rate is for my risk reward, because my risk reward is at least 2x, but most of the time 3 to 4x, right? And then I sometimes have weeks where I have win rates of like 60 to 70 to, yeah, sometimes like whole winning weeks. But then sometimes I have like a few losses in there, and then it's like 40% win rate or whatever, or 30% win rate. But because my RR, I most of the time end up net positive. Um, but yeah, my risk reward, for instance, if this was my trade, I would enter here, stop loss potentially above the area. This would be the best, and then I would target like the lower ends of this structure. So I would probably go for this area, right? This area, and then I would place my TP just a little bit above it. So like this. So this would be a 5x potential trade. But this is on the daily time frame, and um, I would potentially just enter of a little bit of a lower time frame because this trade would last a long time, uh, almost a month. But yeah, this is how I structure my trades basically. So I look for the most likely area where it would go to and place my TP like near it, just so it doesn't just test it and or almost test it and goes up and I don't win the trade. So I just place it above it for a short and place my stop loss also above it for the yeah for the stop loss. Thank you so much for subscribing. Feel free to join the Discord as well. Like and you can just share your trade IDs and stuff, share all the questions you have, whatever, and we can just talk about them and yeah, let's improve together, right? And I would love to hear more about what you do, what you look for in your trades and stuff, and potentially help you a little bit, or yeah, potentially even learn from each other. But yeah, this is the way that I trade, just strong areas that are well respected, and also a little tip, just I'm gonna be using them more as well. Just look for where was it? The Euro USD one? These ones, the dojis. These are my favorite candlesticks. These candlesticks, just a little tip already. Look for these. They're a pretty big indication that the price will go the opposite direction, in my opinion. So yeah, combination of areas of interest with the 50 EMA and with candlestick action like dojis or engulfing candlesticks is probably my yeah, my main bread and butter. Um, I also can share this, which is good. I'll share you a little, also for you, Trey. This is the book. You can also Google it yourself. You don't trust the link. I understand it. I just found it on Google, so you might do your own research. It's the Candlestick Bible. It's really nice to learn the candlesticks. Um, and I already linked this video. Can I copy? Copy, copy? No. Um, I've been trading for 2 years now. Not profitable, mostly at break even these days. My levels usually work. Sometimes they work like tap and go, and sometimes price would go deep, take liquidity and move. All right. Mostly at break even. Break even is already really good. It's a good sign that you're going into the right direction. I hear liquidity move. Do you have some ICT background, or like I'm not completely familiar with it. Like ICT just basically mentions the same sort of stuff, but uses different terminology, which doesn't really matter. It's most of the time whenever a trade is good for me, a lot of times it's also good for ICT traders. But just wondering, what have you sort of used to learn so far? Like what's your main sort of inspiration, or have you just been trying it yourself? Just you know. And thanks again for liking and subscribing. Very much appreciated. I really love live streaming. It's so much fun. It's just Sucks that I sucks that I have like a newborn baby, which makes it a little bit difficult. I love her, so there's no no, but it's just makes it a little bit more difficult. But I really want to see how I can make it a more regular thing. Oh, let me just send you the invite, by the way, for the Discord. Where? Okay, I think this should work. If you want, of course, but it's a nice little community. It's slowly and steady been growing, and yeah, it's like-minded people trying to get better. It's rejecting the area. How's UC Cat doing? Is it going good? Yeah. Nice. Your trade's going well, huh? 1 second, I'm off to the toilet. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Market opens. Oh yeah, it's almost New York, huh? New York open. I will close out at 139 if it's 39. Oh, here. I mean, yeah. If it flips up and take a loss. All right. I don't. Well, the yeah. The thing with the trade is that it just makes sense for me that it will sort of test this, right? Like test the daily EMA, like the 50 EMA, like this sort of structure, and then go down. But yeah, there's definitely a scenario where it goes down like this. Like, of course, there's also a scenario. 36, you said? Damn, that's low. But yeah, that is the lower range of the area. Could definitely happen for sure. Just overall the bearish move like this. Yeah, it makes sense that it will test this area at some point, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm just curious if it will go like this, you know? Oh, or if it goes like this. Okay, but my the person who is visiting for coffee is here, so I need to go, guys. But thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later, Trey. Yeah, and Fyron, feel free to join the Discord. We can chat some more there. And yeah, but I need to go. Thank you so much. Bye bye.